Hey, this is my second part of the video in which I will be setting up my system. And yesterday I was quite not good with my video. I looked into it, but it was not that great. But today I'll try to go with a more specific path, and today we will be looking at these are our goals. So we will be setting up some MacBook personal preferences, some VS Code settings, install some terminal tools, set up the Git and GitHub, set up Ruby, Python, Go, Node. Those will be the langages. And then we'll be setting up the we won't be setting up these scopes, but I'm telling you, you can use them also, right? Okay, let's move ahead. Okay, let's go and see what we will be going to see in the MacBook personal preferences. So, clutter-free desktop and dock with good wallpaper and wallpaper. So, I will be removing everything from this, right? Mm, remove from dock. Safari, I don't know. Remove from dock. Finder, I also don't. Um, show all windows. Email, I don't need. Doc, map, I don't need. You can do this way also. Just hover and go and yeah, there are a lot of them, and I don't like them here at all. Very fun. Music, store. So now I left with this one note. Let's quit it and see. Okay, it's not there. See again. Quit it. Go to the desktop one. And then we don't have anything. These are the downloads, and that's it. Cool. And now one more thing I want to do is let's do some settings. Minimize it, minimize it, minimize it. Okay. Cool. Now we can go to the change wallpaper. It is good to have a good wallpaper there. Though it is good, I am certainly aligned with that. But maybe what about this? Or maybe what about this? Koya. Then this Ventura. Okay. So there are multiple them. I definitely like this one. Always. You can select any of them, right? Okay, IMAX silver, blue, and pink. So all. You can select anything, anything at all. Suffer. I have selected shuffle all every 12 hours. Instead I should say continuously. Yeah, every 12 hours is well. Every day is better, I guess. Cool. So we will be having a good desktop each day, and I don't need these things because if I'm sharing something, then it is not a good idea to have it, right? So what can I do? I'll go to the settings, and inside this setting I'll going to go to the dock and desktop. Here I don't want to show the items here. And the one more thing, I do want to automatically hide and show the dock. Yeah, that I want. So I can use the whole screen or whole space when I maximize or minimize. And then the next thing, I don't want it at the bottom, I want it at the right side. So whenever I go here, it it is a bit laggy though, but it's good. And magnification is very high, so I don't want that much of magnification. I want small magnification, like, yeah, this one is good, this is quite good. And magnification, if it is off, then I don't care. Yeah, this is good, pretty much simpler. Yeah, that's okay. Then minimize window using genie effect, that's okay. Zoom, minimize window into the application icon. No, that I don't want. Okay, this is now we have a clutter-free desktop, and oh, still I can see the file. Maybe I haven't saved it now. Settings, dock, show items on desktop. Nahi, nahi, nahi. Group windows by application. You can set the hot corners also. Okay, and similarly, like right now, hot corner for this one is quick notes. Right. Similarly, at the top, what we can do, start screensaver, and here we can say launchpad, and here we can say settings. Cool. Nice. Nice, right? So it is setting it to the screensaver mode. It here we have the quick note, here we have the mission control, and here we have this launchpad. Done. Like it. Hold command key while dragging and drop tiles. Yeah, drag and drop can be done by using this thing, right? And then you can do this. So drag and drop works this way. If you double click at the top, it will going to make it big, right? Okay. next thing in the settings I want to do is, let's see what is the install raycast for replacement of the spotlight and clipboard. Okay, let's go and see that. Okay, before doing that I want to show you one thing actually, and the thing is, okay, let's install the raycast. Why we are installing a raycast? We already have this spotlight search. If you do command space and then this spotlight search is triggered, and you can search anything like I can search for application. Generally I use it for applications. Suppose vs code, or you can just say code or hit enter, it will show you the code, and you can multiply, divide, do all sorts of calculations. You can say dollar बराबर इतना INR, right? Okay, this is the spotlight search. Similarly, there is a raycast, but what is the problem? Okay, right now I'm copy the raycast and trying to paste it here. Cool. Okay, let's try to paste it somewhere here. If you're pasting it, you remember the raycast is there, right? Suppose now you copied the YARC browser, and then if you try to paste it YARC browser, but now I want to paste the raycast because earlier I copied it. So if I try to do that, there is no way to do that, right? So to remember all the clipboard history, we can use a raycast for it, right? Let's see. So if you go to the pricing, you will see the core features including clipboard history, quick links, calculator, snippet, emoji, picker, window management, and many more are free of cost. So it's good to have it, right? Let's download it. Oh, something is wrong. There is some issue with it. Don't know what it is. Trying to install it, but not able to. Try to log in. Okay, wait, let me find a way to download it and then I'll. Okay, I was looking into the brew and I found it in brew search. Okay, brew search raycast, RAYCAST, right? And this is what I found. There is a one app that is uh, classic app for this MacBook, and that is raycast. And if I try to cask it or install it, then we can do through install cask raycast, right? So it will start installing the raycast into our system. Most probably it will be done But I'm not getting why it is not able to download from this download link. It always says site can't be reached. DNS prawn finished. Something's wrong with this website. Everywhere I tried, not able to download it. Maybe there is some problem. Oh, it is failing here also. In terminal by brew, it is failing directly here. Okay, there is some issues going on, maybe most probably, right? So right now we are leaving with it. We'll install it later. Then come to the Arc browser. Why is the Arc? Yesterday we installed the Arc browser, but today we'll see why we need it. Okay. So if you start it, it will welcome you and then say ask for your email ID and everything. So I'm creating one. So the fresh codeman. Okay, let me type a password once, twice, and I have read the term and condition. Create an account. Right. Next, get up to speed. Brave browser Firefox. Yeah. Okay, I will be using Mail, YouTube, Spotify, Notion, Figma maybe. Yeah, calendar sometime. Next, treat your bookmark to an upgrade. Select all. Next, add some flair with the theme. No more ads or tracker. Move faster with AI in Arc. Yeah, we are done. So here you have this window at the left side, which is pretty much to search anything, right? You can search YouTube, it will open the YouTube. The wonderful thing is you can just hide it, right? Here is the button, you can just hide it and make it bigger than ever. Now you can see it's look like you have a YouTube app. If you open something else like Notion, it will feel you like you open a Notion app, right? It don't show you any clutter or anything. Okay, not login right now. And if you want to see all the windows that are here already present, okay, see, if you horizontally scroll, you just reach to the second another user where you can just Gmail and log into it. Okay, there is another user is already there, Ghanshyam.Sikri. That's cool. You can add one more user by the, or you can create it, no? You can just click here and create it. Simple as that. Okay, here you can see name is Ghanshyam, and here is also Ghanshyam. Let me update the name. Rename space name. Make the name as Ghanshyam user Ghanshyam, and the another one will become the fresh codeman. Okay. Fresh codeman. Now we have two users in a same browser. Nothing what is exciting with than this. You can have multiple of them. New tab, like you could have GitHub here. Okay, just open up GitHub. If you see, if you do Command T, it will show you this tab from where you can get inside anywhere from anywhere, right? See, it open already some of the something, but I don't want it right now. You will see there is all the repositories of it. Cool. So we have these much of repositories, but I want fresh codeman. We have the fresh codeman here, and yeah, you can set it up. Okay, all the repositories. Arc fund device network, allow it. Now set it here as a primary, right? You can add more of them. You can create tabs here. You can create a folder for the tabs. You can manage the spaces, delete spaces, new folders. A lot of things you can do. Interesting. Cool. Beautiful. This is why I like the Arc browser most all the time. Yeah. So Arc browser is done. Now let's move to the setting up the VS Code. Okay. Let's see and the introduction of the VS Code. Right now everything is open in the VS Code, so I'm just closing it. Yeah, save it. Okay, save it, and everything I'm gonna close. I quitted it, right? Now you can see there is nothing. Looks like these apps are a bit small. I can increase it. That's okay. That's not a big deal. Let's, there is no, so for that we have to just search the spotlight, ask for a VS Code, or simply code, hit enter. It will open up with this way. New file, one folder, or this, right? If you try to open it, you can do that. Certainly. Open a folder. But earlier I opened one folder that is not showing here. And we can just look for that also. And this is why I don't like it. See? This is why the hot corners are pretty mashed up thing. So I'm hot corners for the sake of this. because I don't like them at all. Okay, settings, removing the hot corners. Mission control. Here are the hot corners. Here are the hot corners. So I will be saying nothing. Yeah, screensaver can be go there. Quick note, I don't want. Hot corners are done. Shortcuts. Here you have all the shortcuts name that are present there. Okay, cool. And size of docs should be little bigger. This is enough. Okay, cool. We are good then. Right. Now we want to open the VS Code, right? Code. Open it. So earlier we open एक folder जिसका नाम था fresh codeman. We can search for recent files. Open, right, open recent from here. That's what we can do though. If I click here, it will open that folder. And if I go to the files, you can see there are all the files are there. And this is the from where I can search for the things that are written there, like project. So you can see inside the setup MacBook part 2 mein project manager is something. You can search globally, you can search inside the file. Okay, here are the shortcuts to see, to explore it. Just hover over it, explore, command shift E, similarly command shift F, control shift G, control shift D. So command shift F, shift A, and here we are. We can toggle by command tab. Welcome, right? It will toggle circularly. That's a good thing here. And next thing is we want to, yeah, this was the intro to the VS Code. Now let's if you update anything in this, it won't going to be saved. Suppose I'm going to write something, okay, not saved in the readme file, and try to close it. It will ask it isn't saved, okay, but I don't want to save it again and again. That's don't I don't. So what I'll do, I'll enable the auto save. So whenever I write anything not save, will save automatically. And if you say it's going to be closed because it is saved. And I can tell you one more command, command P, to search the readme file and open it. See, will save automatically, saved it directly. And we can use command P and set up the keyboard. We have done these things. Now let's move to the extensions. So for extensions, we can install the project manager. We already explorer, search, source control. I'll tell you about the source control later. Then run and debug, that will learn slowly when we set up the languages. Now get to the extensions. So first extension we will be using is project manager. And this project manager is used to manage all the projects, and it is good because well, let's reduce the size. Size is quite good. Command negative sign. Yeah. Now you can just click over it. It's going to be installed. And then, so if you can read here, what are the features for it and how to use it, right? If you click here, this a project manage save project. Here you have the save button because we already opened the fresh codeman. If you click on the save, it will say, okay, fresh codeman you want to save? Yeah, I want to do that. Hit enter. Okay, now you can see fresh codeman project is already there. Cool. Okay, suppose you just close it and reopen the code. Okay, it will open it from this path, but suppose what happens, save your favorite projects. Okay, this is the project manager. Here you have all the projects. You can add multiple projects. Suppose we are going to open one more folder here, that is cafeteria directory. If I open that and save it here, now you can see I have the cafeteria directory, right? If I want to open the fresh codeman, I can just click here. It will open the fresh codeman. And if I again click, okay, lost the. For that I have to do is just, okay, now you got it. How to use the VS Code project manager. Now we need, okay, we can open fresh codeman now. Command P to search setup of it. Then we want a to do plus and to do highlights. Why we need it? Because by using it you will be able to add the to do. Wherever you write to do, it will going to be highlighted, and you can also check mark you when you started. By using to do plus, you can check mark when you started it and when you finished it. So let's go to the extension, write to do plus. Okay, we have this one. Okay, now you can see features. Easy to use. You are just a few shortcuts away you from becoming a master. Portable being a plain text formatter. Okay, and I'm hitting the install here. Then to do JG highlight. To do highlights and install this one. And now it will take some time to install, and then I'll tell you how to use them. Okay, now to do highlight and to do place is downloaded. So let's see how they behave. So to do highlight is pretty simple. So whenever you write this to do and fix me, it will highlight that particular text. And like if you want to see it, you can just say to do and then this thing. This need to be done later, right? Else you can write fix me, that will be in this color. You can add multiple of those. It's pretty simple. There is nothing much you need to do. Like if you want to have a hack keyword, if you want to have some other keywords, you can do that. Okay, it's pretty simple. just see this extension. What you need to do is uh, you need to do update this thing. Okay, inside the setting, if you go to the command setting and profile and open this setting files. Okay, open this setting file. Now what you need to do is, sorry, lost it, need to open it again. Code setting profile settings. Now open highlights. So here you can see we need to enable todo highlights dot enable true, and then write this way, text is no and then color is this. If we do that, it will automatically be pick it, right? Okay, let's try copying it. Copied it, right? Not able to. See, now the color of this to do is updated, because now this to do is the name as red, and border radius, border and color is updated, right? You can see you can update it that way also. So instead of note, debug review, I don't need them. Okay, if I write this debug, it is yellow, and review is yellow. Okay, whatever you write here, it will become yellow. And if you don't want that, it is pretty much simple. Now this to do, I like it. Instead of red, it should be yellow or green. Okay, I don't need this border at all. This is the way to update it, but I don't want to update anything at all right now. Cool. So settings.json is as it is. I'm leaving it as it is. So now you can see todo and fix me is in this way only. I'll update them later on. That's the thing I will do on my side, and here you can include the files, whichever files you can, and exclude, you want to exclude also, you can exclude them. So this is the settings. This is how you can configure it. Now let's move to the next, that is toggle plus. So toggle plus is interesting one. So it come up with one settings. Let's remove this thing. Suppose you want to track everything about like what are the to dos in you want to do in this VS Code itself. So it is open the action command action and then just say open. So it will create a new file that says to do. You can create it by naming it as to do also. Just delete it for right now, and I'm just creating a new file and saving it command as and saving it as to do. See, now we have this to do, and we can write here. Okay, this is a fresh codeman project. Okay, inside this project we will be having some setup MacBook part 2, and inside that I have some of the to dos. And for to do you have to do command enter, and command enter, then you can say set up the VS Code, right? And there are more than that. Set up VS Code MacBook personal settings. Yeah, before that do this command enter. Like how I get to know these commands? Pretty simple. Go to the to do highest plus. Here you can see the commands. First of all, see this to do open. If you open your command palette, for that command shift P, that opens the command palette. Inside that you will do to do, and you have all of them. Toggle timer, toggle start, cancel, done, toggle box, archive, right? So let's I open it earlier, that creator, that to do file, and now I will try to start timer and all of them. Instead of them, you also have these three commands, that is command enter, alt enter, and this, right? Okay. Set up MacBook. And now if I do alt enter, so it will just toggle the box, right? But if I want to start it, then I will say alt start. So this is started now, this section is started, and now if you want to done it, you have to just alt T. You have done it, right? And look for the next one. That one is started only, but suppose I want to cancel it, you can cancel it by alt C. The problem is that is not working due to some reason. So what we can do is we can command shift back, open the command control palette and search for cancel. Yeah, here we have the cancel, and then click that. So it is started and cancelled that time, right? Now we can start one more that says okay, that says set up the command line tools, and then set up the terminal. And you can directly, without starting it, you can just mark it as done. Alt D, that is pretty simple. Alt D, that is done at the time of this. And you can also move everything to the archive. Pretty simple. Just command shift enter, sorry, command shift P, and to do archive. So you can see we already archived these things, we already done these, but now only fresh codeman and setup MacBook part 2 is remaining. That will do later. So this is how this todo plus is used, and it is very interesting to track your work and to track your work. Okay, let's move to the next part, and next part is setup MacBook part 2. Main next thing is we can remove these things. Now we already added kernel. Now code spell checker, it will allow us to update the spellings in the code, right? That is needed because I mistake in writing spellings, so that's why I need it. Code spell checker. So spell checking for visual code, a basic spell checker that works well with code and documentation to help catch common spelling error while keeping the number of false positive. Okay, it will show this thing, and it is installed now. So I hope it is start working fine. So I can open readme file, and I will save automatically, will correct. Yeah, you can see uh, automatically. Now you can see it is showing this error message, and if I right click on this, so you can see there is some issue is there. Do we have any other way to suggestions? Okay, if I hover over it, quick fix command dot automatically. Okay, okay, there is a way, command dot, and fix it automatically quick fix it, right? This is how we can use this spell checker also and do suggestions. It shows us to quick fix we can use command dot and command dot. Cool, installation is done, everything is done. Cool, now we can move to the next thing, that is minimal theme, right? Okay, we can use, there are a lot of themes in this, but we will be using only minimal theme. You can see theme, search for themes, you have a lot of them, lot of them, but I don't want them. Minimal theme, or I don't want the theme altogether. I don't need that. You can have it. REST client we need. REST client is okay. We'll need that later, but right now we are just installing it. Okay. This is used to make the requests quite fast. Thunder client is also the same. You can use REST client. Lightweight REST API client for VS Code. First to introduce GUI based. It's like Thunder client is also good. I'm just installing them. We'll use them when we'll be writing the applications. Okay. And then paste image and image preview. This is interesting. So suppose you made some error and you have a picture of error. So you can paste them by using these. Okay, I paste image, right? First of all, I'm installing both of them. Review image. Okay, it will take time until we can wait. Now these are downloaded, so we can see how it works. So image preview, just preview the image in the gutter and the whenever you hover the link. Okay, so how the paste image works, as soon as you copy an image in a clipboard, similarly I'm doing here now. Okay, here you can see I just copy this section, and now if you go to the readme file, okay, inside that I'll say paste an image below. Here I'm just do command V. If I do the command V, you can see it automatically alt text and then image one, name of the image is image one, alt text, you can change it. This is paste image. Okay, now but we cannot see this image. This is paste here, but we cannot see it. To see it, you can hover over it. See, as you hover over it, you can see the image whatever is, and if you want to see it in a fully fledged way, you have to just preview the markdown. So now you can see paste an image below. This way it is going to be shown. But have you have already seen the name of the file become image1, and where it is going get saved, it is saved here. You can see image1 is saved here always, right? So I can delete all of them for now. Command delete, move to trash. Okay, and remove this thing also. And if I do again command V, so you can see the name of the file is image, and this is the one. Suppose I do the same thing again. I copy only these tools of the VS Code. I can say tools of the VS Code and then write tools. So if I select this text and do Command Option V, it will create a file with the name of the tools. See, and here you can see the file itself. And if you hover over it, it will show you the file, right? You have to scroll a bit, but yeah, you can see it. So this is how we set up the VS Code completely, and we are done with setting up the VS Code now. We will be using it slowly. Now let's move to the install terminal tools. For that, we already installed the oh my gosh. We already installed the Git. To confirm them, we can go to the terminal and see, right clear and say Git. If you see Git, it will show you all the command that it will be using for them, right? Interesting. And then we can have this terminal auto suggestions for using this terminal auto suggestion. Okay, oh my gosh is already there. ZSH, yeah, ZSH is there, but it is not sure. Man, ZSH will show. Yeah, it shows you all the commands for that, right? Now if we go to the if we want to have the terminal auto suggestion, for that we need to go to the arc. Okay, where is the arc, dude? Okay, now you can see the arc. Command T, the magic of arc is the whole canvas is used for the productive work only, right? So auto suggestion for terminal. Hmm. ZSH auto suggestions. Fish like fast announce. Okay. I think there are more. There is another auto suggestion. There are a lot of them, right? Okay. Let me find the one that we are looking for. Okay, that I selected earlier, ZSH auto suggestions was the correct. My bad. And so after going into it, we can go to the install.md. I will be installing with the oh my ZSH, and inside that you will be seeing this oh my ZSH. You have to do this only. So git clone this thing and to my JSP plugin this thing. So what I need to do is go to the terminal and run it. It is done. Now we have to add auto suggestions, right? Auto suggestion plug into it. For that we need to open it. Okay, code ZSHRC file, open it. Okay, here we have all the plugins, and I need this one here, right? Hmm. Now we added it here. We have to save it. Go to the terminal and source it. So URC is source shrc. Now it's done. If you try to source, yay! You can see this here. It automatically auto suggesting it. You can do this also, right? If you do code, yeah. If you do git, yeah. Whatever the oldest is, it will suggest that one. Correct. So this is what we added now, the suggestion thingy. Okay, now move to the next part. Next one is we wget. So let's see, do we have wget? Wget missing URL. Missing URL wget. Okay, wget is there, I guess. Origin. Yeah. So wget is already there, so we don't need it. And although it's pretty simple to install it, just to brew search wget. And why we need it? It's the similar thing as we have curl to download a file or to uh, go. So suppose if we have this arc open here, right, and you do this google.com, it will open this page. Similar thing you can do in the here also with wget. See, it is telling you about this. It is resolved to www.google.com, and these are the IP addresses, and connection is made to this request send and awaiting 200 request we got, and there is some text it we got, and index.html saved this thing. If I do ls, we got this index.html. If I cat it, index.html, you can see here is a lot of things is here that we don't want though, but we got it right. So remove it. rm index, remove that. Cool. So now we know the wget also. Let's go to the next part. Next part is setting up the Git and GitHub. Okay, so we already have the Git. Let's create a GitHub account. We already have that. I have already created it. So you can also create a GitHub account. Similarly, I have this codeman. So as soon as you create a new GitHub account, you will be seeing these no repository is present. You can create a new repository by clicking it here, and I created one named as YouTube, and yeah, so this is the completely new. We'll see there are a lot of things here and there, but yeah, it's okay. And now I can add a new repository, or I can add a existing one. Here are the steps if you are creating a new repository from the command line, or if you are doing this by this. So I will be following this because I already have this fresh codeman in my system. So yeah, so the fresh codeman is this one. We know already, right? We don't need this though. Move to trash, right, and delete. Move to trash. Readme, we don't need them also either. Okay, let first of all we make this particular folder, that is fresh code man. Let's open the terminal first. Here we have the terminal. We'll do the ls, and here and go to change the directory to reach Ghanshyam at play and fresh codeman. Now this fresh codeman is a normal directory that or a folder that we created in a system. As soon as we do git in it, it will start tracking this, and you will see here, you can see this master here, right? So it will make it that way. And now I'll make the branch as a main. Okay, let's make the branch as a main. So now this master is becoming main, and but it is not tracking at all anything. If I see the status, you will see there are untracked files, to do, readme and setup MacBook Pro Part 2, but those are not tracked yet. So to track them, what we can do is we have multiple ways. We can use this VS Code and click on add. That will add it to the Git, start tracking it, and then we can commit it, right? But same thing we can do with the command line also. If we do this git add todo, it will add the todo, and if we try to see the status, you can see todo is changed to be committed. Okay, that todo is in staged already, but readme and setup MacBook Part 2 is still untracked. To untrack everything, you can do git add all, and yeah, and for git status you can use gst. Now you can see all the files are already start tracking, but those are in unstaged. So what we can do, we can commit it now. Git commit m is message, so this is setup MacBook Part 2, right? And if I would try to see again git status, you will see, or gst, you will see there is nothing on this working branch is clean. Now if you go here and try to create a remote, add a remote, right? You added a remote to it. You can see git remote dash v, git remote dash v. So you can see we added this remote to it, and it will make a link between git that is present in your system and the GitHub that is on this cloud. Okay, now we can push it. We can push it. If I try doing that, it says permission denied, because we don't have the correct right access to it. For doing that, we need to create some token and add to this, right? For doing that, we have to go to this you go to the settings, and then developer settings, personal access token, classic token, generate a token, generate a classic token. Okay, it is asking about authentication code. Okay, right now I don't have the authentication code. What we can do is uh, we can set up a F2 authentication, right? Go to the profile. Go to the settings. Account. Password and authentication. Now authenticator app. Two-factor authentication. We should add SMS and text also. First of all, authenticator app में we don't have it, so we'll use the password. Okay, now it says two-factor authentication, authenticator app, and so for that what we can do is we can directly go to the app store and install a authenticator app. Authenticator app, get it. Okay, install it. Okay, now authenticator app is installing itself. Okay, now the authenticator app is downloaded. I opened it. Now let's try. So secure all your account. Cool. Backup and sync across all devices. That's interesting. End-to-end encryption. That's also interesting. Okay, generate unlimited code recover account. Okay. 3 days free, then it's per year. Okay. Checking backups. Create new vault. Password. Choose. Make sure you remember this password. You might need. Unlock with Touch ID. Get started. Open system settings. Okay, now it added a secret key to it. GitHub.com. Backup codes. Advanced option. Save it. Nice. Delete it again. Yes. So this time I'll add the name and everything. Check guide. Okay, now account is Janalam, secret is this. I can add those secrets here though. Those are there. Yeah, now I'm hiding everything from the video. So pausing the video. Okay, now we added it. So it says GitHub is NLM. Now if I try to make it work, we need to paste the code, copy it and then paste it and save it. So now two-factor authentication is saved perfectly fine. Similar thing GitHub mobile. Okay, that's okay. Now we have done it. We can go to the developer setting, try to create a token, classic token, generate new token, fine grained, wrapper scoped. These are Vita. I will be creating a scope note token for MacBook. Okay, design element it is. So yeah, and I'll set it as the 90 days because I want to. It has the permission to workflow everything I want giving because I'm the only person who is using it. You can read them accordingly and give the permissions, right? Because I will be using it for everything, so I am giving the permission for everything. So now it is generating the code is generated now, and token you have generated, authenticate the API. Now the question is how to set the token, how to set the GitHub token to MacBook. Git config git config global unset and set. Okay, let me figure out the command and then we'll come back to it. Set up credentials on Mac OS. Yeah, here it is, most probably. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, credentials. Personal. Okay. Okay, cool. So now I got the without, okay. To connect to the GitHub, what we need to do is we need to set up a SSH connection between the Git and GitHub. So to doing that, what we'll do, we'll generate a new SSH key. For that, we will be using this command that says this thing, right? Let's create a new SSH key. Before creating it, you can see is there any SSH command or SSH keys present there. So if you do ls, you will see known hosts, and you see ls known hosts. You see known hosts. Okay. ls known hosts less known. Okay, there is nothing. So what we can do now, we can create a new SSH path. Can be, you could be at any place, like we are here now at the users root location, and now we will pasting it, and we will be providing a mail ID that are we using secret dot gmail.com, right? So enter file in which you want to save the key. I want to save the key in SSH file, right? And default value is SSH ID. Okay, I will be doing this. Dot SSH slash. Okay, it's okay. Let it be in the root, and then enter the passphrase. I don't want to give the passphrase. I don't want to give the passphrase. SSH ID is created. If you want to see ls, first of all, just cd to the SSH and then see. We have the SID and this ID, right? And now we have both of them generated. Now we have to add them to the SSH agent. To add them to the SSH agent, we need to start the SSH agent. For that, we need to evaluate this, right? And we'll do that by doing this. So agent PID is started now, and now it is started. We'll open the config. Okay, the file user config does not exist. Yeah, if that is not exist, so we'll create it. Not a big issue. touch, because we are doing it first time. It is got created. Now we'll open it. Now it is open. Open your SSH config, then modify the file, contain this file line in the search key. Okay, paste it. Host GitHub, add key to agent, yes. Use keychain, yes. Identity file is SSH ID, this, right? Yes. Command S, close. That is done now. Now we will add that to the now we will add it. Instead of Apple use keychain, we will say Mac. Okay, I think I messed it up. I just do the same, exactly the same. And now identity added, this thing, and now I have to just add new SSH key to GitHub, right? And to do that, I'm following this. Okay, you can do that in access section sidebar SSH and key. So we'll go to the personal access token. I don't need it now, delete it. Okay, go back, go to the settings, SSH and PDGs. Okay, it is there already, but that is removed earlier. Now we don't have anything. SSH key. Now we have to give the title MacBook Shyam and put the key here. And what is the key is, okay, you have to PB copy and this thing. Whatever the inside it, that is the key, right? And to do that, we have to open the terminal and PB copy. PB copy is a tool that copies whatever provided inside the. Now it is copied. Okay, I'm pausing the video because I cannot show you what is the key exactly, right? So let's do that. Now that is added, I copied it and then pasted it here and then created it. That's what I did. And now let's go to the terminal and try to close this one. Yeah, close this one, open new terminal, and inside new terminal, cd Shyam fresh codeman, and then there you can just do git push. Now it won't complain about the anything. Instead of that, it is saying everything is up to date because I already pushed it. Yeah, cool. So now Git and GitHub is synced together, right? And cool. And sub now if you want to see the YouTube repository, you will see I already have the README there. README says will save automatically, will correct automatically. What I'll do in my VS Code, I'll remove them completely, right? And say new commit, and then here you can see the changes. This is removed, this is added, and the same, and then same thing you can see the terminal also. Okay, get gst, you can do gst, we'll see it is modified, and we can add readme and git commit and remove unwanted text. Now it is committed, right? Now if I do git push, it should be updated here. If I refresh it, see, now it is only one commit. Cool. So whatever the things I looked into it, those are present here now. So setting up Git and GitHub is done, setting up token is done, setting up two-factor authentication. It's not token though, it's a SSH, right? Let's update that once and for all. It is setup SSH connection. Okay, yeah. Come on, you can open the terminal inside the VS Code also by just control or tilde, and yeah, that's it. For then you can commit it from here also. Git add all, git commit. Okay, update token to gel ssh, and then git push, and it will be done. See here, you can see the source also. Nice, interesting. And if you want to see in the here, you have to just refresh it, and it is done. Now we will moving to the Ruby, Python, Go and Node. That will be done in the next part. Okay, cool. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care.